Alright, Sam, this video is for you. This is your X-Hover Skyliner. It's all done. Pretty sweet looking frame. This is my first time really checking it out. It's pretty nice. They chamfered all the edges all the way around. I like that it has real wide arms. Thick and wide arms, so probably pretty hard to break. You got the Hype Train Vanover motors. These are really nice motors, man. I mean, really nice. I've seen most of the Hype Train motors so far. I haven't seen a couple of the V2 ones, but these Vanover ones are really nice. Super smooth. These are up there with the quality of the T motors, for sure. .5, 1860 kV. Really nice. I love that color too. It's my favorite color right there. You have the Pyrodrone stack. These straps look like they're really long, but it's because this battery's small. You're going to be running a 6S, so you know it's not going to be sticking down like that when you have your battery on there. This is a 1004S, so but underneath here you have your VTX Unify. I put a buzzer on top of there. This buzzer is pretty cool. It has a little LED on it, so, and it's super bright. So like if you lose your quad and you hit the buzzer switch, if you set up a buzzer switch, the LED will flash too. So if it was dark, you know, you would see it pretty far away. It's really bright. You got a GPS, and it's on the arm right here. Good GPS. It's not the cheap one. It's a nice one, and I did check it in Betaflight, and it is acquiring satellites, so it is good to go. It actually acquired like 3 satellites instantly, so it's pretty fast. I don't know a ton about GPS though, but anyway, you have your R9mm receiver right here, so you can see the bind button is sticking out in between the stack right here. So very easy to access the bind button. I'm clicking it right now. Okay. So you're going to bind this just like you would a XM Plus. Hold down the button while you're plugging in the battery. Give it a couple more seconds too after you plug the battery in before you let go of the button. And make sure that you have 2 solid red LEDs. And then that means it's ready to bind. Let me grab the thing it came with. I think it says the firmware. Yeah, it says the firmware on it. So I was able to bind up to my module right away. I didn't have to do any kind of firmware changes. So right here, firmware 2019-0201, and that is the newest one. If you go to the FR Sky website, that's the newest firmware. So if your module doesn't have this, then you're going to want to flash your module to this firmware before you're able to bind it. Otherwise, it's not going to bind at all. Okay. And then you have this is the Predator V4 Mini. Really nice camera. Nice big lens. It's the 1.8. That lens is huge. It's awesome. Okay, so it's already bound up to my radio. I tested, okay, like I said, I tested the GPS, that's good. I tested smart audio, that's good. I unlocked the VTX and set it to the highest milliwatts, but you can do that in smart audio as well. Or change the band or channel or whatever. So let's show you the video. Oh, one thing I forgot. I was gonna set up RSSI. I forgot to do that. I'll make sure I do that before I ship. Okay, so let's plug in. Oh, the other thing too is this isn't your antenna. This is just one, because I don't have your antenna yet. It's coming, I think, today, but so I just wanted to have one on there so I didn't fry the VTX while I'm testing. Look at this. You see the LED flashing with the buzzer. Okay, so there's your video. You can turn this off where it says Fox Ear 16.2 and the timer using the little controller, the little remote right there. Okay. And then behind that would be your OSD that I don't have set up yet. I will set that up too. Actually, let me just go take care of the RSSI and the OSD right now real quick. And I'll turn this off for you too, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did a few things. So I went into the receiver tab and I set auxiliary 12 for RSSI. So that's on now. And then I went into the camera settings using the little camera remote here. I left the wire in there so you can just pull it out, connect to this anytime you want, and change the settings. Because I was going through the settings because I've never seen the settings on this before. It's actually really cool. If you press to the right and hold down, it'll just automatically switch to different camera settings, different preset ones. And then also in the menu you can change between 4.3 and 16.9. So I left it on 4.3, but you can change to 16.9 if you want. And then you can also change between NTSC and PAL, which is awesome that you can change both of those two things. That is just the coolest thing ever because, you know, back in the day, it was like you either bought an NTSC camera or a PAL camera. And I know it's not brand new. I know there's other cameras that had that before this, but I'm just saying it's nice, really nice to have that. Both of those options in one camera, 16.9 and 4.3 and NTSC and PAL. So I turned off all the stuff, and then like I said, I got the RSSI going. I also added a few things to the OSD, like some GPS stats, like the how many satellites you have and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll go back into here, turn the radio back on, plug back in. So now you will see the battery voltage is right here. This is just the Betaflight OSD now. Right here in the middle it says 99. That's your RSSI. If you can see that. It says 99, and it should say 99 like when you fly far out. That's what I love about R9, man. It's just your signal stays at 99 for so long. It's crazy. There's your timer, and then up here you have satellite acquired and something else over here. I don't remember what they were, but all right. So we'll do a hover and then get this thing shipped out to you. Okay, here we go. Damn, look how smooth that's flying. This is on Betaflight 4.0.5. Alright. Dead battery. Well, at least we know the low voltage alarm works. Alright, well, that should do it. I'm pretty sure I went... Oh, there was one last thing I was going to tell you, just for your information so that you know which UART is doing what. So UART 1 is for the receiver. UART 2 is your ESC telemetry. UART 3 is your smart port. I don't think 4 isn't anything. UART 5 is your smart audio, and UART 6 is your GPS. So there's a lot of UARTs being used right now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So we're using 5 UARTs on this quad. I think that's the most I've used. And then one more final thing, I will show you smart audio working. So my battery on my radio is almost dead. I had to charge it for a minute before I was able to do the hover. It wouldn't power the R9 module until I charged it a little bit. Okay. So it's good to go now. So you probably won't even be able to see it, but we're gonna go into the menu, go down one, and there you go. So you can see smart audio is working. And I have it set to 800, which will be the highest, and it's on F1. All right, so there you go. Everything is good to go. I will get it boxed up and send you over some tracking. Just trying to think real quick if I've missed anything. Nope, I covered everything. Oh, one more thing actually. I did leave the battery cable a tiny bit long for you, so that way, just in case if you needed to pull it out at all to plug in your battery, depending on what battery you're using, if you needed to. I just left it a little long. I like to do that for people just because you never know. I mean, maybe even if you ended up wanting to go bottom mount, you know, you'd be able to do that with me leaving the battery cable a little bit long. So it's shoved in there right now like this. I put a little bit of extra heat shrink on the wires at the ends there just to keep them from getting rubbed down. But you can pull it out. You can see, I don't want to pull it out right now, but you can see the spare cable right there. So you'll be able to pull it out probably in 2 or 3 inches more. So okay, that's it. All right, thanks.